Everybody is different. Some people are purely motivated by money. There's other people that they just want to take on a challenge.
I just dropped.
Everybody is different. Some people are purely motivated by money. Some people are motivated by, their family and taking care of their family. And there's other people that they just want to take on a challenge. Some people are like really motivated to learn something new and then tackle that challenge, just make things happen. And I think that it's really important that you get to know people and really understand what inspires them and what their goals are. I think it's really easy for an employer to be looking at someone and just assume, okay, well, they must be money motivated. Look, everybody wants to make money, right? That's like saying like, you don't want to breathe or something. Like, everybody needs air, okay? But there's a reason why there's some people making billions of dollars, some people making millions, and every other kind of in between is really like what motivates those people. And so you have to actually take the time to find out what makes a person tick. I mean, some people you could say, hey, someone is working on a task for you and they say, oh, this is too hard, we can't accomplish that task. And maybe by telling that person, hey, you're just being a quitter, that could be the button that you push on that person that makes all the difference. And they want to just prove to you that they're not a quitter. And that could be the driver that gets them to, get over the hump and prove what they really can do. Other people where, they might be really good at something, but they're distracted, right? So some high value people that are really good at whatever the case may be. They're really good at e-commerce, they're really good at tech, business, all these things. It's like, how are you going to get them inspired to want to work with you, right? It has to be worth, some of their time. And so one of the ways you can get them inspired is really by explaining how big the potential of the project is that you're working on and how they could get a big piece of that pie and really be a big impact on, making that dream work. I learned this really just through trial and error. I mean, I've tried, everything possible, from underpaying people to overpaying people to, everything in between. And I think that, as the person who's the driver and really pushing this thing forward, number one, you got to lead from the front. You got to really show people how things, need to get done. But that's not really enough, right? Like, you got to micromanage. Like, you can't just assume that people are going to get stuff done. You got to be really on top of them, checking in, working with them. How can I help, right? Like, I work for my people, not the other way around. Like, I'm doing everything I possibly can to set my team up for success. Like, we literally doubled our purchasing capacity in just the last week by scaling up the team, adding some new players, but also adding a bunch of systems in place to make sure that that can happen. And that makes a huge impact for the business as a whole. Literally makes our business twice as profitable, makes our clients be twice as profitable. All these things have a huge impact. So my office manager recently had a kid, and I wasn't sure if she was going to be 100%. Like, was she really going to be able to give full attention to what needed to be done? And what I found was quite the opposite. I think it was that was the trigger that made her laser focused. Like, I've seen her not just working more, but her output is triple what it was before. It's just insane. And the fact is my employees, they know that they're like family to me, and meaning that I depend on them to take care of my family, and also they depend on me so that they can take care of theirs. And it's there are some people where it's you can't pay the people enough. It's one of my main guys, who's basically the head project manager. I mean, it doesn't matter what hour of the day it is. He's pumped, ready to learn, get started, get going. I'm he's more excited about the stuff than I am. And it's as soon as I give him one extra tool to make things more efficient, he's okay, let's go. I'm on top of it, doing the thing. And it's just you really gotta work with people to understand what they're about, so that you can really work together. It's just like any relationship, you know what I mean? I think that a lot of people are inherently selfish, and it's just they're just so focused on their own goals. And it's like, people can see right through that crap. And they're like, oh, this person's just trying to use me. You know what I mean? And I try to make sure that, you know, all my people know that I'm not trying to use them. I'm like, let's work together. Let's really make this thing big, you know? And, you know, we run a very lean team, and it's like, I have guys that can do the work of 10 people. You know, I don't need to hire, you know, 50 people to do some of these jobs. You know, more is not more all the time, especially when it comes to people. I think that, you know, any of my teammates will tell you that they see that, like, they don't know how I get all the stuff done that I get done. And I definitely do the work of 10 people, but there's a lot of other people that can do just the same. So if you can find people's, you know, really what inspires them and what has them motivated and get aligned with that, I mean, you're just gonna get the best out of people, right? But if you just try to cram stuff down people's throats, I mean, it's just not gonna be good for anybody at all.